Before we begin, the reason I'm doing these videos, threefold, I believe. I'm starting summer soon, so I'm not gonna have work, which is fun, because I'm getting paid, because I'm a teacher, and that's how I roll. Second, have a lot of material. Third, I went to the barber yesterday and they fixed up my beard. I think it looks pretty damn nifty. Fucking handsome as shit. Hoi hoi, I'm Angel, and today I want to talk about something. Sometimes some game masters struggle with this. Maybe they don't know a little bit better, but I'm here to maybe help you, guide you on your way to becoming a more balanced game master. Now look, I know everybody has their way of running their games, and if you're a new game master, you're gonna be experiencing different things as you run your game, developing your own style, because every game master deserves their own style, and that style is not gonna come the same first game. Trust me, your first game is gonna be shit, and that's okay, because we learn from our mistakes and we learn from the things that we do. You're never gonna be perfect, but your practice gives you experience, and the more experience you have, the better you will become. So, with that said, what I want to discuss today is, whenever you have mechanics in a game, as a game master, give them a reason in-game to be there. And yeah, sure, most of what I run are narrative games, and I love narrative games because I like to sit down with my friends so we can tell each other stories that a lot of it depends on what they roll on the die. But it's mostly narrative. So that means it's very story rich, very story driven. And not everybody runs that, and that's okay. But even if you only run games that are very meat grindy, where players need to have 3 or 4 characters in the ready in case they die, you can still apply these ideas to help you out to enrich your gaming experience. Just noticing one of my figures is looking away. I'm gonna make it look at me because it's, I want their face. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. And if you run games that are very combat heavy, exploration heavy, you can still use this advice to help you again enrich your gaming experience, help the players visualize things better, because at the end of the day, even if it's a meat grinder, even if it's a combat heavy game, even if it's just a dungeon crawler, you're still playing make-believe and pretend. So why not make that make-believe and pretend look prettier in your monkey brain? Or is it lizard brain? Which one's that activates the neurons? I forget. Anyways, so what you want to do when you're describing, let's say that players are getting attacked by a trap. They're going down a corridor, and then you say, oh, trap time, roll to defend, or roll a reflex save if you're playing 5th edition or Pathfinder, which is what most people play anyways, or a reaction roll, or whatever, just roll X thing to make sure you don't get skewered by the trap. And then, oh yeah, like you get hit by a couple of arrows. You can do that. It's kind of boring. Leaves a lot to be desired, if I am being honest. So what you want to do is, you don't have to embellish if you don't want, but at least set a scene. As you're walking down the corridor, you feel your foot drop a little bit deeper than you expected. You hear some mechanisms in the distance, and suddenly you feel a pang of heat on your chest. You look down and there are arrows. That is better than you fail, take damage, let's keep going. Again, it's all about the enrichment that you keep give the players, even if you're not playing a story-heavy game, even if you're not playing a narrative game, keep a sort of story going because it's still a role-playing game. You're supposed to be playing a role. As a game master, your role is the NPCs, the monsters, the environment, and obviously also the traps. So that is your role to play. So describe that. Same thing as players are fighting a monster, right? Let's say it's a kobold. It's a small lizard guy with a pickaxe. Because I played WoW in the past and I remember kobolds with pickaxes, even though they were duck people and not lizard people. But bear with me. So you have a small lizard person with a pickaxe. It's a low-level encounter. But in the encounter, it says that it gives the players -2 when they attack them. And maybe the ability has like a generic name like Frightening Aura. And that's it, Frightening Aura. Whenever a player attacks this creature, they do so with a -2 on their die. And that's it. A lot of games do that, and that's fine because that's just the game. Those are just the mechanics, but you as the game master, try to embellish that a little bit. It's not gonna take long. As you attack the creature, and then you can just go ham. You can say, as you attack the creature, even though it's small and frail, you still see the visage of what could be a powerful dragon. -2 to your attack roll because it is scary to think what this thing could become if you don't kill it. That also opens up to other opportunities. What if it escapes? And players know, okay, this thing, it can be scary, so if it escapes and we face it again, could be scarier the next time. Ooh, that as a game master gives you a hook that you can use later. Alright, so make sure you're describing the mechanics as they happen. Like, players get bonuses, they get penalties. Give a reason for them to be there. You don't have to embellish that much. I understand if it's not your cup of tea. Try it. You never know. Maybe you like it. Maybe you don't like it that much, but maybe your players will love the fuck out of it. Wouldn't you do it again? Just to hear your players saying, oh my god, that description was awesome. Happy chemicals as game master. Because every single game master, and I mean every single real game master, loves it when the players say, oh, we love how you describe that. Oh, game master, oh yeah, give me more, huh? And don't deny it. One of the reasons a lot of us are game masters is because we like to be the center of attention. We're attention whores. And we like when our players tell us, hey, that game was fun. Oh my god, that game was great. Last week, I was describing a scene where they went into the memory of a lich and they discovered a couple of things about the lich's past life before they became a lich. And after the scene, as I was describing, one of the players actually fist bumped me. And they were like, that was fucking awesome. And I didn't know what the fuck to do, because it's the first time someone has ever fist bumped me. And it was really cool, to be quite honest. So yeah, I fist bumped them back, and it was awesome. Like, I did lag for a second, because the first time, and I'm like, you know? But then I did it, and it felt good, you know? It felt good to have that recognition, because we want that recognition. And this also goes to players. Just try it at least once per session. Write something down that your game master did that you liked. And then at the end of the session, remind them of that. Hey, I really like when you did such and such. That was so cool. Or if they did something and you want them to do it again, you tell them, hey, you did this. I liked it a lot. You think you can bring it back? You think you can do something else with it? Because, my God, I have had bad experiences when I've done the same with the game masters, me and the rest of the players, because I've been a player, have not had really good experiences. But I remember there was a really cool plot point of some monsters that are usually peaceful, And in a particular town that we went in, there was a cave, and people told us we can't go there because those peaceful monsters are very violent in that particular cave. And after the campaign, after the session, we all went to the game master. We were like, "Oh shit, that was so cool the way you described that. Can we explore that? Can we learn why those peaceful creatures are bloodthirsty monsters in that cave specifically?" Because we did fight one of them for the session. And they were like, no, that was resolved off camera. Don't worry about that. Let's continue on with the plot. And we're like, but we want that to be the plot. You give us a trail to follow, and then you close it off the trail. No, don't do that. It's disgusting, very disgusting. We don't like it. And that was disheartening. I've had that experience happen, sadly, too many times to count. Way more than I would like, to be quite honest. If your players tell you, hey, we like this, just go ahead and give it to them. Keep exploring that, because at the end of the day, you want your players to enjoy your games. You want your players to enjoy what you do. So that's why you should entice them, right? When you describe things, give a reason for those penalties. Give a reason for those bonuses. Yeah. Don't just make it blind bonuses and penalties. Because at that point, you're just throwing out math at each other. And nobody really likes math. I know we all do math here because these games are all about math and arithmetic and fucking geometry. Ugh. Some games even have percentages where you actually have to not roll 2d10 and that's a percentage. No, games where you have to calculate 45% percentage of 500. Fucking anima. And some games have even fucking have square roots. I believe it was Shadowpunk the second edition had square roots and right. But those are core mechanics that have to do with calculating damage. That's different. But when it comes to, the enemy makes you take damage every turn. You're caught on fire, you take damage every turn. Don't say, oh, remember, you're in flames, so you take this much damage, and now it's your turn. As the creature's turn ends, the fire keeps creeping up your legs, engulfing you even more. You take 1 damage. Whatever it is, the point is, don't let the mechanics just be the mechanics. Guys, even if the game is not a narrative game, don't just let the mechanics be there. Give them a reason. Decorate them. It's the difference between eating a key lime pie and a key lime pie with a little bit of Cool Whip on top. You want it to, it's the whole, it's great, but it can be better. And why not always strive to be better?